Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show with a high degree of certainty that the unvaccinated are underrepresented in new cases and the vaccinated are almost perfectly represented proportional to their population. If you think this is important information, then please share it and help get it out to as many people as possible. So I'm here on the government's own website and we can see that the number of fully vaccinated New Zealanders is just shy of 4 million people, and that apparently represents 94% of the eligible population, which is over here 4.2 million people. So straight away when you see this number here, you know something is wrong, and the Prime Minister frequently acknowledges this number is wrong every time she refers to the team of 5 million, not the team of 4.2 million. So let's go over to Stats NZ and see how many people really live in New Zealand. And we can see here that as of June 2021, there were estimated to be 5,122,600 people living in New Zealand. Now we can safely assume that many more New Zealanders have arrived home since then, but to make my point, I don't even need to account for that. Now we're told to trust the science, but unfortunately we're not all scientists and it can be hard to know who to trust. This is why I prefer statistics and mathematics. So right here we have the real population of New Zealand and the real percentages. We have 79% with one dose or more, 77% fully vaccinated, and we have 22% of New Zealanders who haven't had any doses of a vaccine. And on the next page here, Radio New Zealand are keeping a 7-day rolling average of new cases and hospitalizations. And here's the new cases here, and we can see right here, only 3% of new cases in the last 7 days have been in the unvaccinated. With 22% of New Zealanders unvaccinated, this is a massive underrepresentation of new cases. But up here we can see that 80% are fully vaccinated, with 77% of New Zealanders being fully vaccinated, and we can see that Radio New Zealand agrees with these numbers right here. That is a slight overrepresentation. So while it might have been true for the previous strains that the vaccinated were more protected from catching COVID, it's not true for the current strain. So any suggestion that the vaccinated should feel some kind of relief knowing that they're surrounded by other vaccinated people when they're out in cafes, bars and restaurants is just absolute nonsense. So the only narrative that these frauds have left to convince us that the vaccine passport is necessary is as some kind of tool to push people towards vaccination because of the threat of overrun hospitals. And this is based on modelling by the same people who told us we were going to have 50,000 cases a day. So that's not 50,000 cases in total, it's 50,000 cases, got the story right here, per day. New Zealand could be facing 50,000 daily Omicron infections by Waitangi weekend. Right, so it happens to be Waitangi, and let's have a look at the current numbers. We only have a total of 2,707 cases total. So I think it's safe to say that we should not be listening to these people. Cheers guys, I'd appreciate it if you could share this to your pages and to your networks. See ya.